Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video, we're going to be talking about Hexo versus High Tide. So High Tide business model is they are a retailer. They don't grow any product. They are a retailer. So they sell the products that the growers grow through the government. And they also have online business that they sell vaporizers, bongs and accessories, and they also have a CBD business in the United States, while Hexo does not. So, and their margins are better than Hexo. So, right, and the biggest difference is the market cap is $37.8 million Canadian and 30 million US, while Hexo's market cap is 317 million US, and on Canadian is roughly 400 and something. So Hexo is 10 times larger than High Tide. This is the biggest reason why I cannot be bullish on Hexo, because their market cap is really inflated compared to High Tide, and High Tide is already making more revenue than them, and they have a higher gross margin and profitability, while Hexo is not profitable at all at the moment. But we will compare them on the balance sheet. So this is the High Tide Cedar balance sheet. I already have it loaded up and I will show you. So let's just look at the balance sheet first. So their cash position increased quite dramatically from last year, from 806 million to from less than $1 million in the on July 31st, 2019. October 31st, 2019, to $7 million in cash Canadian right now. They have a total asset of 75 million, total liabilities of 62, gives them a shareholder equity of 13.61. But the revenues are what is the most interesting here. $22 million in merchandise. When you combine everything, their revenue is $23 million. The cost to their revenue is about $14 million, giving them a gross profit of $9.2 million. Their salaries, wages, and benefits are very, very low. It's at $3.6 million. Professional fees, which can vary quarter over quarter. Some quarters can be more than other quarters. General administration is 700. They don't really pay themselves too much because a share-based compensation is only 2, which is like hardly anything. Depreciation and amortization is nothing. So in theory, you can minus about $2 million off the $7 million, giving them roughly a total profit of $4.26 million. So the expenses is roughly about $5 million plus, while their gross profit is 9.228. So you minus 9.228 minus 5 gross profit. They're making every quarter. They're making about $4.26 million. That's a lot of money to be making every quarter for a company with such a small market cap, in my opinion. And once they merge with Meta and make them profitable, because I think the management in this company knows what they're doing and they know how to be profitable, because they haven't been in the market for very long and they're already profitable, while there's company, and they're the first MJ retailer company to be profitable and by a good margin too. While Hexo, which has a huge market cap, I already have their thing loaded up. They make, after excise taxes, they make $22 million, which is already less than High Tide, and after the cost of goods sold, they left with 8.783 million, and then they have expenses that make them, and they pay themselves for share-based compensation quite a bit compared to High Tide. After everything, they are at a loss of roughly $19 million. You could probably take 1.5 million off the depreciation and amortization, about 2 million of that off, and I guess impairment of property and plant, so that's about 2.5 million. You can take that off, but you know, they're still like losing 10-15 million dollars every single quarter, while High Tide is not. High Tide is not. They're profitable. They're not going to go bankrupt because they're making money and they have a decent amount of cash on their balance sheet. So, you know, at the end of the day, I don't move the stock. Big money does. So, if big money doesn't want to pump the stock, you know, that's just the reality of it. But High Tide, like when people say, oh, is Hexo a good investment? I can't say Hexo is a good investment when there's a profitable company in the Canadian market that is profitable and has a market cap that is 10 times less than Hexo. 10 times less than Hexo. Hexo is probably going to have to do a reverse split here in the near future because they've been trading under $1 for almost, for a long time. So for like at least, you know, 3 or 4 months right now. So they're gonna have to they're going to do a reverse split here in the near future. And I would not want to be a shareholder when the reverse split happens. That's just my, you know, humble opinion. But yeah, they're gonna have to. They have no choice. And I think the market cap for Hexo is probably going to go down further. Maybe to like 100 million, 150 million eventually. That's my opinion. We'll see if that happens. At the end of the day, you know, big money really makes up the market cap. And right now, maybe big money can't sell out because there's not enough liquidity. I have no idea. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know. There's 8 million shares traded every day. So, well, there was 8 million shares traded today. But volume seems decent. 6 to 8 million. That's pretty good. 3, 4, 5 million. I don't know. I guess big money just wants to trade this back and forth. I don't really understand the logic behind it. I don't understand why big money don't want to come into High Tide and pump it, because High Tide is a profitable company. On top of that, if they got the money for execution, they can grow really fast. They're already growing really fast and profitable at the same time. But with the right amount of capital, with the stock price going up, they can grow really fast. They can go in the US and acquire awesome assets and, you know, grow to a massive company, because obviously the CEO of this company knows what he's doing. But that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, I don't move the stocks. It's, you know, like I said, I'm always going to say big money. If they wanted to pump this stock to $1 tomorrow, they could. But they're not. They don't want to. And that's the reality of it. Sucks, but that's the reality of it. At least that's how I think the market works anyways. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe for future updates and have a great day. Bye.